Good morning, Dave Snyder here. It is the 14th morning of August 2015. Okay, so I've narrowed it down what it all comes down to. It all comes down to protecting the gold, protecting the secret. Religion is a distraction. Started out as a distraction, basically to hide the truth about the gold. Basically, where gold is, and how gold got here, and everything else. I mean, I'm sure that people knew a long time ago that the moon had hit the earth. People knew that, but they've changed the story. Religion was forced upon people, basically. I mean, you can tell by the Catholics how they, if you were a heretic, if you went any at all against the grain, they'd burn you right at the stake. I mean, that's just the way it was. The Inquisition and all that. I mean, it's all about protecting their gold. That's all it's about. That's what religion is about. That's why they forced Christ and all this, all of it. I mean, look what they did in South America. They forced Christ on all those people, and you were killed if you were, and they burned everything that had to do with anything of their own religion, their own beliefs, and anything like that. Whether it was their religion or whatever, they would just wipe that whole system out and bring in their control system. That's what religion is. It's a control system to protect the gold. That's all it is. There is no Christ. There is no God, no Christ. As far as they have in the Bible is crap. All religion is basically a control system to keep you from finding out the truth about and finding the gold. That's all it is. Because you can see that everywhere. I mean, it's just everywhere. And I'm just going to show you a bunch of things that I've come up with. And this is like the Moscow, the great symbol, the seal of Moscow. It's an old one from the 1500s, very old, and it doesn't really match too well if you just put it over Schrodinger. Where is Schrodinger at? I think it's right here. If you just put this over, I mean, this is not what this looks like. I don't believe this is exactly what this looks like on the moon. I think there's more to it. I think they're leaving a lot out of it. I think they give us some of it, but I think they're leaving a lot out of it as well. I mean, we have no way to know because we can't see it. Just like they hide everything else on the moon, well, they're hiding the truth about this too. That's why that picture the other day of the weather I was trying to point out is very important. The picture I have behind here. Let me show you here. And this is another thing, that belt buckle I got. I'm going to show you that in a minute. Here, let me bring that down here. This picture of the weather shows a more truthful picture of that center of that crater. This picture right here. This is a more accurate. Now there are some details in the Schrodinger picture that I just showed you in that picture that are important. I mean, there are features in here that do match things, but this one, the features that this one is missing are being shown in this picture here, basically, which is just weather, and you can say it's just random and it's just a coincidence, but it's absolutely not coincidence, not even close. But it's all about the gold, and it's a distraction to keep you from finding it. They want you to get sidetracked on this religion thing. I mean, before it was a control system, basically, just to wipe people out that were a threat to their gold. That's all it is. Scare people, put fear into people that you're going to go to hell and everything else. Okay, so here you go. I got a whole list of these things, but I want to start out with that belt buckle that I have of the San Francisco Fire Department. This is an old belt buckle. But what it says right here, I got it backwards. It's reversed right here. But what it says right here, it says gold in peace, iron in war. This is the symbol of San Francisco, the Great Seal of San Francisco right here. Now everybody has a seal, and every seal is round, and you will notice that a lot of things are important are round, like the crater. Okay. Now I'm not saying the crater is not important. It absolutely is important to the Earth, but they would never tell you that that's where Christ originates from, or anything else. But it's always originated from this spot. Totally made up. Whatever. It was important to people in ancient times, but it's totally unseen today. You can't see it anymore. They think it's going to come back someday, but whatever. Whether I'm sure the moon will, but it's probably not going to be the same crater that comes back, or it might be because it is the South Pole, and if the poles reverse on the Earth, it could turn and come back to that position. Something. Anyways, this belt buckle's pretty cool. I'm going to keep it now. It's an old San Francisco Fire Department belt buckle that I got at the flea market, and this Phoenix, as you've seen in the Russian one that I just showed, has two. Where'd it go? Has two of these with the wings. You see the wings. The wings are in that. Let me turn this one off. It's already off. Turn this one down. Okay. You can already see the wing right here. You see this wing over here. Now this side is a little rough, hard to see, but I'm sure it was there. And you know, this is what the Russians could see, and this is their symbol, their seal. And every state, country has a seal. Every country and state, and I mean university, everybody. I mean, why are all of them round? Why does everybody pick this round shape for everything that's important? Because that comes from that crater. This is what they've seen. And this is like a mark of knowledge, basically. This seal lets you know that the people that controlled Moscow or Russia or whatever are illuminated and know what's going on, basically. So they're, you know, you don't fuck with them because they know, and they're out to protect their secret. Okay, basically that's. I mean, I'm not real good at explaining things, but you'll see. So it's all to protect the gold and the diamonds and everything else that's worth anything in the ground. It's brought here by the moon impacting the Earth at some point in history. It has done that, but you see that wing for sure. Okay, now let's bring the belt buckle one back up with this one. This one's pretty cool. Okay, now see the wing right here? How this wing comes across, and you can see the whole wing, but see the little wing on this thing here? How it lines up on that side there? Okay. Okay, that's definitely there. I can see the head as well. See the head? Right? You can see the shape of the head there. Okay, now you can sort of see the other side, but if I bring the other picture up of this one here, you can see the other wing would be right here, where you see that, right? Hold on, let me bring it back up. See that there? Right here, you see this curve down, and it's right there in this one right here. You see it right here. So, like I said, this one gives you some of the features, and this other weather pattern is going to give you the other features that this one's missing. But it's definitely there. I mean, let's take a look at this picture of the belt buckle over that weather picture again. Take away this one because it only shows that one feature. Okay, so I mean, I can see what they're shooting at. I can see where they got this picture from. Basically, they just San Francisco made their own version, and I mean, it just happens to say gold in peace, iron in war. I mean, that's kind of crazy, you know. That's a crazy logo there, or motto, or whatever the hell you want to call it. I think it's kind of, says it all. Gold in peace. As long as there's peace, there will be gold. You want to go to war? Well, we're going to bring the iron. You know what I mean? It's just kind of crazy that's what it is. Basically, this shows that the people of San Francisco that started San Francisco are illuminated. They know what's going on and don't fuck with them. Basically, that's what it comes down to. The fire department, the police department, they're all there. They don't even know it themselves, but they're there to protect the gold. That's what it all comes down to. They're there to protect gold. Same with the missions in San Francisco, the Catholic, churches and everything. They're all in San Francisco. They are there to protect the system, the religious system that protects their gold. It comes from South America. It comes from wherever, California. But it's all for the gold. So this is my base. I use this for my base, my template now, because it's just the right size. It just happens to be perfectly round, and you can basically see. But so I've got some other seals to show you here, and I'll just show you how I did that. I just kept lining them up to that circle like this. Here's another Russian one or something, or Poland or something. Same one. And you see how it's got the bird, and bird is out. You can see the bird in this picture. of the weather. You can see it pretty easily. And you can see, it depends on how you look at it. The Russian one I think is better actually. You can see like the bird head right here. You can see it's the wing, but I'm just saying it's this every country, state, university, everybody. I mean, businesses, corporations have this round logo, seal or whatever. And even in the old days when they used to use the wax seal to seal an envelope or whatever back in back in ancient times, it's the same thing. It's always round. It's or like your family crest or whatever. It's usually something like what I mean. Okay, so let's get into some more seals here. Got this is a coin, Christ coin, and I just got that lined up basically to the head. Look at the resemblance there. I mean, it looks pretty similar. Keep on going. Here's another one. It's just a Alpha Omega, and this is the symbol for Christ, and it just happens to be rounded. And they all have this frame around it. You know what I mean? They all have this border around it, which Schrodinger absolutely has that same thing. Has the border around it, basically, right here. You see, there's like this frame around it, basically. Like here's the inner edge, and here's the outer edge. Every symbol will have that, pretty much. Let's just fade that down. Okay, so that's another one. And I think California, I got the seal of California is probably above, high up here. There's that one's not very good. Here's Eureka. Eureka, right? When you find gold, what do you say? Eureka. Okay, well, look at the hair. Just look at the hair. It just looks. See the shape right there? Look at this right here. You see it right in the. This print was on the moon. We're seeing it in the weather. You can only imagine how much detail it would have been on the moon. The weather's not going to show it as well as the moon would have showed it. But you can see another similar pattern there that matches that pretty much, and I can definitely see this part right here matches. I just threw it up there real quick, and it just happened to match. I'm not looking for things. I'm just grabbing seals that I think are interesting, and I think that's an interesting one right there. With this, and they all have this the staff or the spear and the shield. Almost all of them, all the important ones have that, and of course they got ships in the background, and someone digging gold probably right here, whatever. But that's a good one. It's another one. Doesn't show the bird or anything like that, but this is not the they've changed California's seal since then. Since this one, that's the old seal. Okay, so let's where are we at here? There's that. There's that. And of course the pharaoh is in the they get the pharaohs and the sphinx come from that same crater pointed out before. Here's another one. This is Columbia, and I got it flipped backwards. Some of these I didn't flip backwards, but they should be flipped backwards because I have this the moon. It would be backwards. The way they've seen it on the moon would have to the print would have to be backwards. But this one you can kind of see in there pretty well. For Columbia, I can see some kind of. It's just almost all of them will fit. Any kind of pattern, any kind of these seals will all go in there. It's just I'm not going to get into too much detail that I don't. There's Belgium, and I can totally see Belgium in this picture. You can see Belgium in both of them, especially the Schrodinger picture. You can really see it in that one. I can. I can see where they get it from. The crown, there's the crown at the top. It's totally there. This is just the way they've seen it. You know what I mean? They're making up their own thing. They've seen lions. Some people seen the phoenix, which is what I think it is, the phoenix. And then they got the seal of the United States, which is an eagle, which you can see the wing totally in that other picture. The wing is totally there as the reason why you see the eagle in the seal instead of or the phoenix or whatever. So let's leave that there and just fade it down. You see that this looks like the back of a quarter. Grab a United States quarter, and look at the back of it, and it's like almost identical to this picture you see in the weather right here, because that's what was printed on. That's what's on the moon. This is what's on the moon. You combine this with the Schrodinger that they give you, and you're going to get the right thing. This is more accurate than the one that they give you, I bet. I would bet on that. So here, let's see what else we got here. I put up a few. Here's another one for, I can't remember. This is Poland or something, I think. And you see where he's holding this thing with the cross. And this is not backwards. It should be, or is it backwards? No, it's not backwards. It should be flipped backwards. But I can see, where they get that from. You can see there's something there that looks similar to that. And I'm just grabbing, there's so many more. This one here, there's another one. Sumerian, this is the Sumerians, and you can see, wow, you can totally see where they get that from. You know what I mean? Totally. Okay. And you got so many things that are, and let's just go to Google Images, and just type in a seal of anything. Seal of anything. Seal of Christ. They got those too. You can do that. And then you just go to images. You can just type in and do seal of anything. But look how all the seals are basically round. You type in seal of anything, and it's going to come back round. That's where our history comes from, that crater. Look at it. It just all comes from that crater. Every seal that you see, look at it. Here's the seal in the United States. You can see the wings are there. It's just amazing. Anyways, that's all to protect the gold. It is absolutely to let people know when you have a seal that looks this way back from, it just shows that you know. These seals show that you are aware. You're illuminated, basically. If you have a seal that looks like this, you are illuminated. They know that you are illuminated and you know what's going on, and that you're not going to be bullshitted by religion or any of that. If you otherwise, see, that's where they want to steer you off into that direction and make us start focusing on that. Well, which is what we're doing, focusing on that. This is the last video I will make, focusing on that. Okay, I'm not focusing on. I'm focusing on other things. I'm just, more important things than this stuff right here. This is just history that I'm just trying to point out to you the things that they're trying to hide from us, in the ways that they're trying to do it. And you can believe that religion is what it is or whatever, but I'm telling you right now, it's just a control system to keep. It started out as a control system to keep you from knowing about the gold. Now they have control of most of the gold and most of the property. Here's another one. This is on the moon. I showed this before. Lunar South Pole is this right here. This is the same thing. Gold, God, right in the center, whatever. Pick whichever. Gold, God, it's the same thing to them. That's the way that they, it's just, so anyways, that's how you can, like I said, type in any seal you want, seal of any place you want, seal of, just type in seal of, here, boom, look at that. There's seal of. How come every seal is round? Every seal is round. So many people are illuminated, as you can see. Here's the newer Great Seal of California right here. The newer one. It's pretty much the same, but it's a little different. But oh, well, this isn't the newer. They have one that's more. It's a little newer than this one, but it's basically the same design. I think what they've done a lot is, look at this. This is our history, people. This is our entire history is based on this fucking moon crater, and hiding the fact that it's so important to the Earth, which is why we have them hiding the weather and everything. I know people don't believe that. How could they hide the weather, right? Well, they do hide the weather. They do. They hide shapes in the weather to keep you from knowing the importance of this crater on the moon, which all these people know about, or they're just like trying to follow everybody else by creating their own seal, but they don't know where it originates from. But I know where it originates from. I know clearly where it originates from. So anyways, look at that seal of. Just type that in and look at that. Look at all that shit come up, man. All that round stuff, all from that one crater on the moon. Wow. So Christ is a cover just to hide the gold. You can believe Christ is whatever. And when you believe in the second coming of Christ, I do too. I believe it too. But I know where it comes from. I'm not in the dark about where it comes from. I'm illuminated, basically. Not that it's going to do me any good at this time. I mean, to be illuminated, it's not going to. And I'm sure there's so many things that I don't know still because they're hiding things, but I know a lot. I figured out a lot of things. Yes, I have. Look at this atheist seal of approval. Look at that. Tell me people don't know. People know. And when you talk about it, they want to keep that secret going or something. Some people do. Some people know about it, and they continue to carry on the tradition of the cover up. A lot of religious leaders, like ministers and important, like big ones, that will talk really well about they talk right on the edge of telling you the truth about what Christ is and all that, but they will not cross that line. They will not go over the edge because they want to keep that control system in place because they make money on it. Not only do they hide the secret and the truth, they make money on top of it. So they want to keep that going. They don't want to lose that. I mean, it's been working for all these thousands of years. I mean, why would they want to lose that? It's a power they have over so many people. That's a really good, really, they love that. So anyways, I'm not trying to change people from believing whatever they want to believe. I'm just trying to point out that's what it is, and I know that for a fact. That's what it is. It takes a while to figure that out, but I figured it out. God's seal, the Lord your God. I mean, hey, look at this. It's just crazy. Anyways, I think I pointed that out. In my next video, I will show no more religious comparisons to anything. It's just I'm done with that. That's I'm not going to be part of that control system or any of that. I'm just trying to point it out, and I've done that. It's the last time I'm going to do it because I'm not falling. It's a trap, basically. It's a trap, and I have fallen into it, but I found my way out of it. So because I know what it's all about. I know where it comes from. Now you do too. Whether you believe it or not, that's up to you. But that's my video for a while. So have a good day. Take care.